Hello future engineers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're still new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to share my videos to your friends and to your friends' friends, to your younger brothers and sisters who would want to take up engineering in the future, and to your relatives. That's one way you can keep me going, inspired and refreshed. Now, if you find my videos interesting and important to your studies, also please don't forget to subscribe. Hello, future engineers. There is another video in calculus on limits. I hope that you will learn and gain techniques on how to evaluate limits here. And I explained it based on the definition on limits. If you want to anticipate the solution, then you can by pausing the video. Always do it because this channel likes to improve my viewers through these exercises. Aside from the solutions presented here and the techniques. So these are cubic functions in the numerator and denominator, so fractional expressions. So you need skills in factoring here. And if you want to review factoring, you visit my other playlist in Engineers in Progress. You have their factoring methods. You just scroll and find that portion on factoring, especially on factoring by synthetic division. But anyway, that's complete. You need factoring skills here also. So for the first part, limit as y approaches 2 means we have to substitute x just to the left and just to the right of 2. So 1.9999 and 2.000001 so that we can anticipate the answer here. And using your calculator, but this is not the official solution. This is a way of checking the answer only. So the answer should be 0.7777783 to 6 decimal places. And you should know the equivalent fraction of that. That's about 7 over 9. Then let's check if the limit exists by evaluating this function at y equals 2.0001. So 2.0001 cube minus 1.999 square, 2.0001 square minus 2.0001 minus 2 all over 2.0001 cube minus 5 times 2.001 square plus 5 times 2.001 minus 6, and that is equal to 0.77773. They are almost equal, so the limit exists, and the answer is 7 over 9. That's the equivalent fraction. So let's now show that it is 7 over 9. But before that, let's factor this by synthetic division. And when y approaches to 2 cube is 8 minus 2 square 4, so 8 minus 4 is 4 minus 2, 2 minus 2, 0. So the numerator approaches 0 when y approaches 2. Then 2 times 2 cubed, 2 times 16 is 2 times 8 is 16 minus 5 times 2 squared, so 20, so negative 4 plus 5 times 2, so 6 minus 6, 0. So that means the denominator is also approaching 0. Because when y approaches 2, both the numerator and the denominator approach 0, so this is of indeterminate form. But take note, y is not equal to 2, but can be made almost equal to 2, close to 2, very close to 2. So that gives us the idea that 2 is a root because both the numerator and the denominator approach 0. So 2 is a root in the numerator. 2 is also a root in the denominator. So that means the factor y minus 2 is definitely in the numerator and in the denominator. So by synthetic division, we arrange the terms in the numerator in descending order of the variable power exponent. So which is 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2. Then horizontal bar, the root is 2. So that's the factor, y minus 2. We draw this horizontal line, remember, bring down 1 here. Then 2 times 1 is 2, put it here, then add, so 1. 2 times 1 is 2, put it here, add, so 1. Then 2 times 1 is 2, the add, that's 0. So since this sum is 0, that means 2 is a root and factor is y minus 2. This remaining coefficients means, so dividing, after getting one root, this reduces to second degree. So this is y squared plus 1y plus 1. That's the meaning of that. Y squared, 1y squared plus 1y plus 1. Then this is no longer approaching 0 when y approaches 2. So even if we can factor this, we just leave it that way because this does not approach 0 anymore. So 2 squared plus 2 plus 1 is not 0. For the denominator, we have 2, negative 5, 5, negative 6. So definitely 2 is a root. We draw horizontal line, bring down 2. So again, the factor is y minus 2 if 2 is a root. So 2 times 2 is 4, add negative 1, 2 times negative 1, negative 2, add positive 3, 2 times 3 is 6, add 0, so that means 2 is a root. The meaning of this coefficients of the quotient, which is 2y square minus y plus 3. So we leave it that way also. When y approaches 2, 2 times 2 square is 8, minus 2 is 6, plus 3, 9. So it's no longer approaching 0. So we then reduce this to limit of quantity y minus 2 times quantity y square plus y plus 1 all over y minus 2 quantity 2y squared minus y plus 3. As y approaches 2, we can cancel y minus 2. Remember, y is not equal to 2, so we can cancel this. This is equal to 1 after we cancel because y is not equal to 2. But here, we substitute 2 because it is now safe to substitute 2. It is no longer an indeterminate form. The numerator, both the numerator and the denominator do not approach 0. So 2 square plus 2 plus 1 all over 2 times 2 square minus 2 plus 3. The numerator is 2 square, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. The denominator is 2 times 2 square, 8 minus 2, 6 plus 3, 9. So that's why it is really 7 over 9. For problem 2, I will no longer show the details in factoring it. You have here the guide, plus you visit the Engineers in Progress playlist for your review on synthetic division. When y approaches 3, we have 3 cubed, 27 minus 13 times 3. So 27 minus 39, negative 12 plus 12, 0. So the numerator approaches 0. The denominator, 3 cubed, 27 minus 14 times 3, negative 15, plus 15, 0. So this is of indeterminate form. Both the numerator and the denominator approach 0. So we are sure that y minus 3 is a factor. So for the other factors, you just review factoring, and this is your guide here. Anyway, there is 0 y squared, so 1, 0, then negative 13, 12 if you want to factor this by synthetic division. So first we substitute 2.9999 just to the left of 3, and the result is 1.07693. What is that in fraction form? It's not familiar, but we can find it later. Then 3.0001 cube minus 13 times 3.001 plus 12 over 3.001 cube minus 14 times 3.001 plus 15, and that is the same. Therefore, the limit exists, and that is equal to that in decimal form. The exact value, we write this in factored form. I want you to verify that it is y minus 3 times quantity, the numerator y minus 3 times quantity y squared plus 3y minus 4, and the denominator y minus 3 quantity y squared plus 3y minus 5. You factor that by this method, synthetic division. cancel out y minus 3, and when y approaches 3, the numerator do not approach 0 anymore, as well as the denominator. So we substitute 3. So equals 3 square plus 3 times 3 minus 4 over 3 square plus 3 times 3 minus 5. 3 square is 9 plus 9, 18 minus 4, 14. 14 numerator, denominator 3 square plus 9, 18 minus 5, 13. So it is 14 over 13. That's the exact value of the limit, and it is approximately equal to this equivalent fractional value. Then number 3, you also do the factoring by this approach here, synthetic division. The numerator is 3 cubed, 27 plus 3 square, 9, 36 minus 8 times 3, so 12 minus 12. The numerator approach 0. 3 cubed, 27 minus 4 times 3 square, 27 minus 36, negative 9, minus 3 times 3, negative 18, plus 18, also approaching 0. Then by the technique, substitute 2.9999 and 3.0001. The value is equal to negative 49,999. And for 3.001, the value is equal to over 3.001 cube minus 4 times 3.001 square minus 3 times 3.001 plus 18. And using your calculator, the value is 50,001. Since the left hand limits and the right hand limits are not equal, they are opposite in signs and very far from each other. Therefore, the limit does not exist, or there's no limit in this problem. So let us show officially that there is no limit by factoring the numerator and the denominator. Definitely there is beta minus 3 as a factor, and I want you to verify the factors by this approach here. It is beta minus 3 quantity beta plus 2 square over beta minus 3 quantity square, or beta minus 3 beta minus 3 beta plus 2. So since we can only cancel beta minus 3, 1 beta minus 3 and beta plus 2, this reduces to limit of quantity beta plus 2 over beta minus 3. Since we can no longer cancel beta minus 3 in the denominator, as beta approaches 3, the denominator approaches 0. So 3 plus 2 is 5 over a value that is approaching 0. That's why it is indeterminate and we cannot find it, and therefore there is really no limit for that problem. Then problem 4, you do the same factor. So definitely when beta approaches 3, 3 cubed is 27 minus 7 times 3, that is 21. 27 minus 21 is 6 minus 6, so the numerator approaches 0. 2 times 3 cubed, 54. Minus 11 times 3 squared, so that's negative 99. So negative 45 plus 12 times 3, so that's 36. Negative 45 plus 36 is negative 9. Then plus 9 approaching 0 also. So that is reduced to limit as beta approaches 3 of beta minus 3 times beta plus 1, beta plus 2. You verify the factors. Then beta minus 3 square, or beta minus 3, beta minus 3, 2 beta plus 1. So we can only cancel 1 beta minus 3. Then this reduces to limit as beta approaches 3 of quantity beta plus 1 times beta plus 2 over beta minus 3 quantity 2 beta plus 1. Since we cannot eliminate beta minus 3, we cannot cancel this, then the denominator approaches 0. So that's the reason why this is still indeterminate. There is value in the numerator and divided by a value which is almost 0 but not equal to 0, of course. So that's why there is no limit also for this problem. Then 5, as x approaches 1/2, 4 times 1/2 cube is 4 over 8, or 1/2, minus 3 times 1/2, so negative 1 plus 1. The numerator is approaching 0. 12 times 1/2 cube is 1.5, or 3/2, minus 8 times 1/2 square, so minus 2. So this is 3/2. minus 2 is negative 1 half, minus 1 half, negative 1 plus 1, approaching 0 also the denominator. So factor the numerator and the denominator by the synthetic division approach and show that the factors are, so we have limit as x approaches 1 half of 2x minus 1 square, then x plus 1 over 2x minus 1 square times 3x plus 1. So we can cancel 2x minus 1. That will make the denominator zero, almost 0. So x minus 1 half is x minus x approaches 1 half. So the factor is x minus 1 half or 2x minus 1. So we can cancel this and it reduces to limit as x approaches 1 half of x plus 1 over 3x plus 1. Since both the numerator and the denominator do not approach 0 anymore when x approaches 1 half, so we substitute 1 half for x. 1 half plus 1 is 3 halves over 3 times 1 half plus 1. 3 halves plus 1 is 5 halves. So 3 over 2 over 5 over 2 cancel 2, so 3 over 5. So the value of the limit is 3/5 or 0.6. Then number 6, as alpha approaches 2, 2 times 2 cube is 16 minus 5 times 2 square, which is negative minus 20. So negative 4 minus 4 times 2, negative 8. So negative 12 plus 12, 0. The numerator approaches 0. 2 cube is 8 minus 12 times 2, negative 16 plus 16. The denominator also approaches 0. So this is of indeterminate form. Alpha minus 2 is definitely a factor. Then factor the numerator and the denominator by this synthetic division approach and show that the factors are, definitely there is alpha minus 2 as factor. Alpha minus 2 squared times 2 alpha plus 3 over alpha minus 2 squared times alpha plus 4. Then this reduces to limit of, as alpha approaches 2, of 2 alpha plus 3 over alpha plus 4. When alpha approaches 2, both the numerator and the denominator do not approach 0 anymore, so it is safe to substitute 2. 2 times 2 plus 3 over 2 plus 4. 2 times 2 plus 3 is 7 over 2 plus 4, 6, so 7 over 6. And it's up to you also to do this same calculation here to anticipate the answers and to approximate these answers also. I'm not showing it anymore because you have here the guide on checking the values of the limit of these different functions. So that's it, and I hope that you gain another technique in evaluating limits.